And what a fabulous time the youth had praising and worshiping God.
Yeah. Do I have any young people in here who are ready to make a positive shift? Ooh, that sounds so good.
We are built for the shift.
It's the ministry where multiple blessings flow.
Over 3 million shipwrecks on the ocean floor, just waiting to be found. Nothing is truly ever lost at sea, only hidden by time and sand. When I put this fleet together, it wasn't just for fun. And although we do have fun, we never lose sight of our goal. Right here, right now, we are on a mission.
At Centerville, I'm LaDawn Davis. This is ZMS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. Public consultation on Bahama Rock expansion turns heated as residents raise environmental concerns.
Get out of town.
Also, GB Chamber President says no direct impact expected on local consumers amid 12.5% U.S. tariff increase. And tourism operators say recent fuel price hikes continue to pressure their businesses.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, a public consultation on Bahama Rock's proposed Freeport Harbor expansion turned heated last evening as residents, business owners, and government officials challenged company representatives over the project's potential impact on their communities. The meeting, hosted by the Department of Environmental Planning and Protection, formed part of the environmental review process for the company's proposed acquisition of the former Bahamas Cement Company site. Rumiko Knowles has the details in tonight's top story.
Emotions ran high as residents used the public consultation to voice years of frustration over Bahama Rock's operations. The meeting, hosted by the Department of Environmental Planning and Protection, allowed members of the public to comment on the company's proposal to acquire and develop nearly 270 acres of the former Bahamas Cement Company property at Southwest Point as part of its Freeport Harbor expansion. But for many in attendance, the focus quickly shifted to long-standing complaints about blasting, dust, flooding, and alleged property damage they say have affected their communities for years. It was those long-standing issues that prompted one resident to pose this question to company officials. While Bahama Rock maintained that the expansion is necessary to sustain its operations and support the long-term growth of Freeport Harbor, Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama, Kingsley Smith, says the concerns of residents living near the operation must remain a priority.
People in West Grand Bahama should get a due fair.
We later spoke with Smith, who further explained his position.
Bahama Rock has been around for quite some years, and the persons who resides in the general vicinity of Bahama Rock was experienced some structural damage as a result of blasting, and to no resolve, right? And so today, if you're going to expand, then at least show the people that you're willing, if you cause some damages, that they'll be compensated.
Company officials, however, said the proposed expansion does not present the risks some residents fear.
For this project, we evaluate the ground vibration and make projections so that, one, it meets some internal limits that Marietta has, but we also can keep the levels below what it takes to cause damage.
The discussion extended beyond environmental concerns. Glennett Fowler, proprietor of Heroic Concrete and Concrete Products, questioned whether local businesses are receiving the same level of consideration as foreign companies.
The persons who export material get preferential rates rather than we. And I believe since it's the material coming from our soil and our ground that we should have preferred rates, and I believe most contractors in this region.
Another recurring issue was the company's contribution to Grand Bahama. Bahama Rock officials say the company has contributed some $25 million to the local economy over the years while providing jobs. However, some attendees argued that it was not enough.
You'll make billions of dollars. You couldn't build one hospital, one school, no scholarship to the children, nothing. Yes. Out of town.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Ramiko Knowles.
Well, from environmental concerns to international trade, the tariff on Bahamian goods entering the United States has increased from the originally proposed 10% to 12.5%. But Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce President Ralph Hepburn says the added duty is not expected to have a direct impact on Bahamian businesses or consumers, explaining that the tariff is paid by U.S. importers, while customs duties and other taxes in the Bahamas remain unchanged. Jolanda Thompson-Everest has those details.
The Bahamas is now subject to a 12.5% U.S. tariff on goods exported to the United States, up from the initially proposed 10%. Despite the increase, Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce President Ralph Hepburn says Bahamian businesses and consumers should not see a direct impact, noting that the tariff is paid by U.S. importers and does not change the custom duties or taxes applied to goods entering the Bahamas.
Tariff, just like customs duty, is what the importer pays for receiving of the goods that they're bringing into their country. So the tariff is actually on the U.S. importer.
Hepburn says the ultimate impact on prices will depend on market forces. He explains that whether prices rise or fall will be determined by the demand from international buyers and how importers respond to the new U.S. tariff.
We're the one who's supplying whatever's needed. We have some leverage in what we can put out there as what we want our selling price to be.
Hepburn also says some Bahamian industries could feel the effects of the higher U.S. tariff, particularly the seafood sector and manufacturers of souvenirs, toiletries, and beauty care products.
If we decide to absorb the costs of that tariff, then it affects our overall margins and our bottom line. So that's when it affects us. But as nationally, it does not directly affect our cost of living.
With the government actively challenging the tariff decision, Chamber President says there is a process available to contest the measure. He points to a recent statement from the Minister of Foreign Affairs saying the government clearly outlined its position on the matter.
90% of our goods come from the same country that want to impose this tariff because they say we're supporting countries that has forced labor. That is something that we can use as our bargaining chip. We import most of our goods from you. Are you saying you, a country that have forced labor?
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Thanks, Yolanda. Well, while the new U.S. tariff has raised questions about international trade, some local businesses say their biggest challenge remains the rising cost of operating. Fuel prices may have eased in recent days, but tourism and excursion operators say the recent hikes are still taking a toll. The details in this report. Fuel prices have come down somewhat in recent weeks, but they're still higher than what many operators are used to paying. In Grand Bahama, gasoline is selling for $6.74 per gallon, while diesel is at $7.02. For those in the tourism industry who depend on boats, vehicles, and other transportation to keep their businesses moving, operators say the high cost of fuel is still being felt.
Definitely been feeling it because fuel is one of major expenses, and with boating fuel ain't cheap.
Owner of Island Rush Grand Bahama, Benico Benaby, says despite the rise in the cost of fuel, the company has not made any major changes to its daily operations. Instead, he says the business has chosen to absorb the additional expense rather than pass it on to customers.
And we're still operating as normally, just like in business, you can have things that can change, you can experience challenges. We just accept this as something that come with it.
But for taxi drivers and tour operators who spend hours on the road each day, the impact can feel even more significant. They say fuel costs add up quickly, eating into profits every week.
For instance, this is a tour bus right here to be used to pick up our guests and also transport our guests back and forth. And it's diesel right now. And normally diesel used to be cheap back in the day, but no more. And those companies who are not making money, taxi drivers as well, who got to drive all the way down to Celebration Key and don't get a job, but they still got to burn their gas to get there to try to get a job. It's ridiculous.
So, you know, we could survive like that. You got to, before you decide to get breakfast, you got to make sure gas in your car to move.
Dwayne Marshall of Kayak Nature Tours says the cost of fueling a single vehicle can run into the hundreds of dollars each week, leaving businesses with less flexibility to manage other operating expenses.
You're looking at some $500 basically before the week is out. You can spend on fuel. That's just one vehicle alone.
For taxi operators, the challenge doesn't end there. With government-regulated fares, they say there's little room to recover rising fuel costs.
For instance, from this airport to Club Fortuna, for two people, it's $30. So you cannot add extra $5 on it because it means you'll be stealing from the tourists. These hamburger, hot dog tourists we get it, they don't want to pay now. So you cannot outprice yourself in order to survive.
Now, with uncertainty continuing in global oil markets amid tensions in the Middle East, operators say they're bracing for possible price fluctuations. Well, from fuel costs to improvements in a service that touches every home and business on the island. Since taking ownership of Grand Bahama Power Company, the government has pledged to improve the reliability of electricity across Grand Bahama. Consumer Relations and Corporate Affairs Manager at IRCA, Juan McCartney, says early feedback from consumers suggests the new owners are delivering on that promise, even as they continue to address some ongoing challenges.
We have seen where the owners of Grand Bahama Power Company have moved to reduce the tariffs for bills, as was stated as the intention in Parliament, and that has happened as far as where we're as of June. The feedback from consumers has been positive in that regard, but there are still many matters that we're working through with the new owners of the Grand Bahama Power Company to ensure that they come into regulatory compliance with IRCA as
McCartney notes that while IRCA continues to monitor the transition, there are some matters the regulator cannot discuss.
Maintained. I was here several years ago, and we've always maintained that we're the regulator of electricity throughout the entire Bahamas, and we're working with Grand Bahama Power Company to make sure that they're in compliance with all of IRCA's regulation as well.
And still to come.
Public servants complete 6 weeks digital skills and artificial intelligence training program. Stay tuned for that story, sports, and more when we come back.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
It's Third Dimension Summer Sale Friday, July 31st and Saturday, August 1st. Save 20% off store-wide and up to 35% off selected tiles. Visit Third Dimension on Yellow Pine Street or shop online at thirddimension242.com. The wait is over, and Bethel's Air Condition and Refrigeration has 12,000 BTU mini split unit back in stock. Inverters and non-inverters. Sales starts July 31st while supplies last. Give them a call today at 602-5467 or visit them at Milton Street in Freeport. Get ready for back to school with Bellevue Gift and Supplies. Save 15% off textbooks, workbook, school supply, teacher's aid, and more. Plus, enter your chance to win a laptop. Shop today and save at Bellevue's Gifts and Supplies.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Rumble in the West. 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 Rumble in the West.
In the heart of West Grand Bahama, tradition meets adrenaline, where generations gather, engines roar, and champions are made. Experience the thrill of offshore racing as the island comes alive with speed, energy, and community. From mouth-watering local favorites to refreshing island drinks, every stop tells a story. Every vendor shares a taste of Bahamian culture. You know, this is more than a race, it's family. And this tradition, it's West Grand Bahama at its finest. Whether you're here for the action on the water or the unforgettable flavors on shore, there's something for everyone. Join us for Rumble in the West August 3rd, 2026, where the boats fly, the community shines, and memories are made. We'll see you at the shoreline.
It ain't no place like home. 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 It ain't no place like home.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. The Public Service Center for Human Resource Development concluded its 6-week technology training series designed to improve the digital skills of public servants. The program introduced participants to artificial intelligence and other digital tools, with employees enrolled by their supervisors across various government ministries and departments. One of the initiative's organizers, Carla Brown-Roker, says she was pleased with the strong participation, but hopes to see more male representation in future cohorts.
So this entire initiative is for public officers to strengthen their use of technology in the delivery of service that they perform. This is also our commitment to the government's vision for a technically driven and transformed public service.
Switching gears now, as many prepare to celebrate the Emancipation Day holiday weekend, Abundant Life Youth Ministries, in collaboration with Message in the Music Ministry, is aiming to ignite the fire of faith in the next generation through music, ministry, and fellowship. Summer Jam 2026 is designed to inspire young people, strengthen their faith, and provide a positive, family-friendly alternative.
You know, God just give me a vision to gather all of these young talents together. Some who's more seasoned and then some who's brand new and never been in a position to burn some fire within them. And remember now, youth activities and events have not been done from this type of organization or this type of format in a long time.
You know, we want to show that the church is still active, like Regatta said, and we want to show that there are people that are following the Lord, and you know, we got to make that look cool to follow Jesus.
Well, our Facebook friend of the day is Malvise Capron. We thank you for watching and for always supporting. And that is a look at stories making news. Matthew, what's happening in sports?
We have some Little League Baseball youngsters who went to Nassau and they came away with the top crown. That's our top story in sports.
Great news. Thanks for that, Matthew. Well, sports comes your way next, right after the break.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
See news in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167. Or you can email us at zns3news@gmail.com.
Celebrate Variety Vault first anniversary on Saturday, August 1st. Enjoy 25% off store-wide refreshments and incredible savings on bags, Crocs, toys, household items, and more. Visit number 12 Arcade Building, downtown Freeport, next to H&L Bookstore.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I like this one.
Before us, there was an idea.
That idea allows us to serve you. Because it's not.
It's not just about the shoes.
It's all about helping our customers.
Look good and feel good.
Let us put shoes on your feet.
Cabinets play a major role in both the function and appearance of your home. To keep them looking their best, wipe spills as soon as they happen and clean surfaces regularly using a soft cloth and mild soap. Avoid hanging excessive weight on cabinet doors and periodically check hinges and hardware to make sure everything stays secure. With proper care, quality cabinetry can continue looking beautiful and performing well for many years to come. Quality products deserve quality care. Cornet, Bahamas.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Your home should be a place of comfort, pride, and possibility. At the Grand Bahama Cooperative Credit Union, we're here to help you make that vision a reality. Whether you're upgrading your kitchen, adding a new room, or finally building the home you've always wanted, our home improvement and mortgage programs are designed with you in mind. Qualified members can access mortgages with competitive financing, flexible options, and affordable deposit requirements. Improving or purchasing your home may be closer than you think. Visit us at the Four-Way Co-op Plaza or call us at 352-4139 to learn how you can get started today.
Welcome everyone to your Thursday edition of the ZNS Sports Cave. I'm Matthew Martinborough. First pitch of the night is on the baseball diamond as selected youngsters across Grand Bahama travel to the nation's capital to play in this year's All-Star Games. After coming away with the gold after last year's silver, needless to say, the players enjoy playing this time around.
I had a good time. I went there to show my talent and I did what I had to do.
It was good. Like, I know a lot of my teammates was on the other team, but, like, I get to flex on them.
It was very amazing having to represent for Grand Bahama, and it was cool.
Traveling coach Michael Sweeting says the performances from all age divisions really impressed.
Well, we were definitely impressed. The persons from Nassau, they were impressed. Everybody said the talent coming out of Grand Bahama was Legacy League, and also the GB League was some very talented players. So they went over there and they showed out, and they did a pretty remarkable job, and very proud of them.
In the skills challenges, it was all Grand Bahama, with 12U Sermonte Cooper crowned fastest man, 10U Isaiah Lightbourne slugged his way to the home run derby pinnacle, 8U Marcel Foster flexed his strength winning Golden Arm, and 12U Kendrick Oliver showed he was no slouch in his home run derby win. Coming up, the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland is seeing some strong performances from our Bahamian athletes, especially in the track and field world as well as the swimming pool. Advancing to the javelin finals is Keyshawn Strong with a 78.60 meter throw on his third attempt, landing in 8th overall of all competitors. Over to high jump, Donald Thomas finished 6th in overall competition with a clearing feat of 21 meters. And over to the track is Divine Charlton in round 1 of Heat 2 for the 100-meter women's hurdles. Charlton crossed the finish line first with a time of 12.39 seconds and will advance to the finals. And over to the swimming pool, Tristan Hepburn and Ronishka Gibson won both B finals for the 100-meter breaststroke. Caden Wells finished 10th overall in the 100-meter breaststroke, following the win in the A final. With strong finishes from the aquatics team, there are still 2 more days left of competition and the swimmers are staying ready to get up on the blocks. And just moments ago, Divine Charlton won the gold medal in the women's 100-meter hurdle final. We will have more details in our next Sportscast. But for now, that will do it for this edition of the ZNet Sports Cave. I'm Matthew Martinborough, and I will see you on the sideline.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Cause it's so beautiful.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Welcome to Uniquely Different Apparel. We are the men clothing store where we carry suits in different sizes and styles. Slim fit suits, modern fit suits, regular suits. We have paisley pattern suits. We also do wedding attires, and we specialize in personalizing your men. Everything pertaining to the man, from bow ties, neckties, belts, suspenders. Also designer shoes, such as Giovanni. We also carry the wingtip, bow tips, clergymen's attires, the collar neck, tab collars, long sleeve shirts, and short sleeve shirts. And coming this season, short sets for the ladies. We have a little tab, ladies handbags. We are located in the Raven Mall. Phone number is 808-5604.
Get a jump on your health and fitness goals with the Fitness Connections Transformation Challenge. We've already helped hundreds of people get closer to their health and fitness goals and achieve awesome results like you see here. You can scan the QR code to find out more. But let me tell you what all comes with the challenge. One, you get 20% off coupons to the Fitness Connection every 2 weeks. You get coaching calls with us on Zoom. You get accountability, us checking in on you. And you also get the chance to win $1,000 and other prizes if you are the winner. So what do you have to lose? $50, you can have a chance to win $1,000 and get the body of your dreams. So scan the code now, sign up. We're here to help you.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis.
I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's a live look at the Bahamas Tonight. They're coming your way next.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, a Blue Hills fault triggers island-wide power outage, leaving thousands of outraged BPL customers in the dark. Also, officials move to bring greater awareness to a serious crime and grave violation to human rights. And a new chairman takes on the Broadcasting Corporation with hope, optimism, and a commitment to transform the media giant. In the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Hours after an island-wide power outage disrupted homes, businesses, and government services across New Providence, the Prime Minister visited 2 of Bahamas Power and Light's critical substations to see firsthand efforts to restore service following an early morning fire. Corval Pyfram leads us off tonight.
What occurred here at the BPL's Blue Hills South substation became for customers another devastating blow, and for BPL itself, another black eye. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis today visited the site. In fact, he left just moments ago, and he made it clear that he too is frustrated.
It is incidents like this that demonstrate what we have inherited, and we are fixing it. It's not a complaint by us. It is just that we have to fix what we are. And as you can see the completion of the T&D that is now being tested. You'll see the new substations on site. And you could also see the solar field that's now just been erected that'll be to the west of us. So we want to see the field is there. The panels are up, and in short order the connections will be made. And we, in addition to the 20 megs of solar panels, there's also an additional 25 megs of battery energy that they'll be connected to. We call on the Bahamian people to be patient with us. It's frustrating, as the CEO has pointed out. I'm frustrated as well. But there will be growing pains to get to where we need to be because of what we inherited.
And so the BPL officials say it was an electrical fault that eventually caused an explosion to one of the transformers. No need to tell you now that led to an island-wide blackout. Officials do say tonight that they are working around the clock, and they hope to have power back to as many customers by within 8 to 10 hours. That is the very latest from BPL's Blue Hills South substation. I'm Corval Pye from Let's Go Back in Studio to you.
Well, thanks, Corval. Now, we can tell you that island-wide power outage impacting far more than BPL residential customers. The hours-long outage also not leaving transport untouched. Our Cleopatra Murphy has that angle.
A transformer explosion sparked an electrical fire at Bahamas Power and Light's Blue Hills Power Station, triggering an early Thursday morning blackout that left thousands of customers in the dark and battling the summer heat. BPL Director of Planning, Engineering and Facilities Kevin Gilbert confirms the ordeal was triggered by a fault on a transformer around 1:45 a.m.
As a result of the fault on the 15 MVA transformer, the breaker did not close, so that fault went back to our generating stations, which caused the blackout here in New Providence. There was a fire here at Blue Hills. As a result of the same, that transformer, that area had to be properly isolated from the system. We had to make sure that our personnel who went out there to inspect the scene was safe.
By 9:30 a.m., power had been restored to 70% of customers, but Gilbert noted the system has to be brought up incrementally due to safety.
We can't just click a switch and have the light back on. It has to be done safe. It has to be done in a manner that the engines and the load will be controlled. And once those things are done, then we can move successfully in having a successful restoration.
The impact was not only felt in homes across the capital, though, as the island-wide outage also slowed operations at the Lyndon Pilling International Airport Thursday morning. The incident also led to long lines at the airport, although by the time ZNS News arrived, operations appeared back to normal. Vice President of Marketing and Commercial Development for the Nassau Airport Development Company, Jan Knowles, says the facility operated on generator before power was restored shortly after 8 a.m.
While the majority of our airline carriers were able to check in passengers, some airlines experienced delays. These delays resulted in longer than usual lines in the check-in areas in the U.S. departures and international and domestic terminals. Passenger screening and processing areas remained operational despite some challenges.
Bahamas Air was one of those airlines impacted after the national flag carrier says the outage disrupted its internet, which affected the ability to check in passengers on flights to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Orlando. The airline in a statement says, while the disruption resulted in minor delays to some morning departures, its customer service teams worked diligently to assist affected passengers and minimize any inconvenience. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
As you can imagine, public frustration with BPL reaching a fever pitch, with many Bahamians renewing the call for reliable electricity supply, one that keeps the lights on, supports businesses, and restores public confidence in the country's energy system. Our news team hit the streets to hear the concerns firsthand. We can tell you that while many are growing impatient with the recurring outages, others acknowledge that rebuilding the country's aging power infrastructure will take time. There are those who say the focus is on finding practical, long-term alternatives to reduce the country's dependence on an aging electricity grid.
You can't sleep in the night. The electricity is off so often, and then you come to find out when you pay a bill, they can't pay the bill, then they go up on the bill. We need to find a proper solution to our problem in reference to electricity.
It hurts a bit, but I do realize it's a bit beyond the minister and the government at this time. I can see that they're making grounds, or they're making effort to try and, accommodate everyone and, improve the system.
More generators in different places, or go to solar panel, so you could support the people a bit more current.
Now, while power has been restored across the capital, the cost of electricity remains another concern. According to Central Bank Governor John Rowe, with rising global fuel prices continuing to push inflation higher, adjustments to Bahamas Power and Light's fuel hedge could eventually lead to higher electricity generation costs. He, however, cushions any fears on that issue, crediting the government's energy sector reform agenda to lowering electricity costs in the near future.
The cost of energy is a factor in terms of, those tie-break decisions that are being made around investments. And that is not a 2026 issue. That is an historical issue, which the investments in the sector will potentially address by reducing some of the baseline costs for electricity generation. So that's what's positive.
Also making news tonight, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas is embracing a new chapter. Staff gathered today to officially welcome newly appointed chairman Sandy Morley during a brief ceremony filled with words of encouragement, gratitude, and a shared vision for the future. Leah Cooper tells us more.
It was a moment of welcome and renewed purpose as the Broadcast Corporation of the Bahamas officially introduced its new chairman, Sandy Morley. Staff members came together to mark the occasion, celebrating not just a change in leadership, but a shared commitment to building on the corporation's legacy of informing, educating, and connecting the Bahamian people.
Today, we choose vision over fear, excellence over mediocrity, unity over division, and possibility over limitation. We are not simply turning the page. We are writing the next great chapter.
Acting General Manager Opal Roach described the occasion as an opportunity to look ahead with optimism and sent this message to BCB employees.
Please remember that you are our greatest asset. It is your dedication, professionalism, and hard work that keeps the corporation operating every day. Without you and every one of you, there would be no Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. Your contributions are valued, appreciated, and essential to the continued success.
For Mr. Morley, the welcome was both humbling and inspiring, pledging to lead with integrity, collaboration, and a deep respect for the men and women who continue to serve the nation through public broadcasting.
I'm excited about the opportunity. I'm excited about the opportunity to lead a corporation with such rich history. I sat in your boardroom a minute ago and I looked at the walls. And there was a lot of names that I recognize. And it's a testament to the expertise that have traversed these doors. And the expertise on whose shoulders you stand and whose shoulders I hope to stand on. It is their big steps, big shoes that we must fill.
As the Broadcast Corporation of the Bahamas turns the page to a new chapter, the message is clear. Their future will be shaped by unity, dedication, and a collective commitment to excellence. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Coming up, officials move to bring greater awareness to a human rights violation. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Shop early at Janae's Chesapeake Road annual back-to-school sale going on now. Get up to 20% off on all school items in stock. Yes, all school items in stock. Shirts, jumpers, skirts, boys' long and short pants, school neckties, PE shorts, in a variety of colors and school monograms. Shop early and don't miss out at Janae's Uniform Center Chesapeake Road's annual back-to-school sale going on now. Remember, we go everywhere. Beat the rush and save, save, save at Janae's annual sale now.
On July 30th, we celebrate something simple, loving our neighbor. It's the smile you share, the meal you give, the hand you lend. Kindness doesn't need permission, it just needs a moment. Across our islands and beyond, let's make compassion visible. See the need, show the love. Join the movement. Do one act of kindness today.
You're looking at a shot there of jet ski activity off a private island, one of the more than 700 islands and keys that make up the beautiful chain of islands called the Bahamas. That shot courtesy of drone pilot Isaac Roberts. Thanks, Isaac. Welcome back. National Security Minister, the Honorable Miles Laroda, is responding to public concern over the country's bail monitoring system following the killing of a key witness in an armed robbery case. The minister admits he shares the public's concern after it was revealed the accused allegedly breached his bail conditions by failing to report into police for 81 days. He says both he and the Commissioner of Police are taking the matter seriously.
Very concerned, and she has given her assurances that the force, led by her, will do all she can to make sure, things like this don't happen again.
She says the incident is also prompting a closer look at how people released on bail are monitored.
It is a concern, and it just raises the awareness that we have to be ever more vigilant with regards to the monitoring of every individual that are on bail. The last consequence is what could happen if any of these individuals slip through the cracks.
Albeit on the island, between islands, or within neighborhoods, human trafficking is of grave concern here in the Bahamas. But on this World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, officials are renewing their commitment to break the silence and apply a coordinated national response to create safer communities. Acknowledging the critical role young people play in prevention, protection, prosecution, and partnership was National Security Minister, the Honorable Miles Laroda, who warned that girls and boys can become victims, be they recruited, transported, or harbored for different types of abuse and forced labor.
We know that young boys are victims of exploitation also, and we need to let them know that it's okay for them to lend their voice, seeing that most of the perpetrators of these heinous acts committed against our young people are perpetrated by men.
Minister Laroda's comments coming while celebrating the creativity of 3 students raising awareness about trafficking in persons, a collaborative effort of the Bahamas Crisis Center, the Ministries of Education and National Security, and ADOS Holdings.
Serenity, Skylar, and Jayla, your hard work demonstrates not only talent, but also compassion. Through your poetry and artwork, you have challenged others to recognize the signs of trafficking to care for those who may be vulnerable, and to understand that every person deserves to live free from exploitation. I encourage you to continue being leaders among your peers. Use what you have learned to educate others. Be responsible digital citizens. Protect yourselves and your best friends and your friends online. And never be afraid to report situations that seem suspicious to a trusted adult. To the parents and guardians, thank you for supporting and encouraging your children to become informed.
Also making news tonight, it's been a quiet season thus far, but emergency responders are taking nothing for granted. Today, the Disaster Risk Management Authority officially commissioned 7 jet skis designed to enhance rapid response alerts, allow rescue teams to navigate flooded neighborhoods, reach stranded residents, and access areas larger emergency vessels simply cannot. Minister of State with responsibility for the DRMA, the Honorable Mikhail Barnaby, says the investment is proof of the government's commitment to protect lives and ensure the country is adequately prepared for whatever the Atlantic hurricane season may bring.
Today, we're demonstrating to the Bahamian public that we're just not talking about safety. We're actually moving towards ensuring that Bahamians are safer every single day with the DRM. The assets that we've collected today is a part of our plan to ensure that we stay ready and that we're always prepared for all eventualities.
The State Minister adding that preparedness is not just about equipment, but people.
Equipment is not just equipment that's going to sit around during a storm, but these are equipment that's going to be very active in search and rescue activities. And this is in line with exactly what the Prime Minister wants us to do. He wants us to be practical, he wants us to be active, and he wants us to be prepared.
Oh, whether you're a wine enthusiast, curious about the art of calligraphy, or simply looking for, well, unrivaled night out, the Bahamas Chinese Friendship Association is hosting a special event featuring these cultural elements at Margaritaville tonight. Desmond Saunders joins us live with this preview. Desmond?
Well, I'm here at the Margaritaville Resort, and as you can see what's happening behind me, a number of people are trickling in to this big event hosted by the Bahamas China Friendship Association. What they're doing is blending culture, art, and philanthropy with its calligraphy and wine tasting event here this evening. I tell you, it's an annual event that unites the two nations, and the Bahamas China Friendship Association putting this event on to raise funds for its community initiatives. I have Mr. Donovan Moxie here, who's the president of the China Friendship Association. Every year it gets bigger and bigger, but it's for a worthy cause.
Yes, we're very excited about this evening's event. And as you would have mentioned, one of the things we do at the Bahamas China Friendship Association is really seek to demystify Chinese culture and Chinese language. And so tonight we're doing a calligraphy and wine tasting. The calligraphy is really us taking Bahamian phrases, you know, like come here, let me fix you, or your head bad, or what have you, things we say, converting it to Mandarin, and then having the traditional Chinese characters there. So persons here, they come, they find their favorite phrase, they get to do the calligraphy, and they get to learn how to say it. So when they go to work tomorrow, they can impress their friends with speaking essentially Bahamianese and Chinese, if you will.
That's good. Let's talk about the impact this event has had on the Bahamian psyche, on the national psyche as a whole.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what it's done, it's really sort of made learning the Chinese language less intimidating. And so one of the things we do is make it fun, make it a very relaxed environment. And so one of the things that's very important to us as an organization is that Bahamians recognize and understand that it's okay to learn about new cultures. It's okay to be comfortable understanding cultural differences and really trying to learn from each other. And that's what we're doing. And then the other thing we're doing here is raising money for a very worthy cause. Every year we also have our kite flying festival. And so that kite flying festival, we invite underprivileged youth from the community, and we have them outdoors running around, teaching and building and flying their Chinese kites. So it's a fun time for everybody.
All right. Continue to do well, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right. So that's what's happening here at the Margaritaville Resort, the Bahamas China Friendship Association, calligraphy and wine tasting. Hey, it's blending art, culture, and philanthropy. Back to you guys in the studio.
Well, thanks, Desmond. There's more when we return.
Brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Marco's Pizza, Marco's Pizza, something never tasted so good. Marco's Summer Party is bringing the fun. Choose 2 large one-topping pizzas with a 2-liter soda for just $34.95. Or grab a big square deal, 1 medium, 1-topping pizzas with boneless wings for just $39.95. Enter to win weekly Baja Bay water passes and your very own Marco's Summer Party pack all summer long. Marco's Pizza, summer never tasted so good.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Today is the day we turn compassion into action. Love Your Neighbor Day. Look around you. Somebody needs encouragement. Somebody needs a lift. Somebody needs a reminder that they matter. And you can be that spark. Every act of kindness sends a ripple throughout our community. This Love Your Neighbor Day, see the need, show the love. Let's light up the Bahamas with kindness.
Well, it was just a few weeks ago when Bahamas Air landed in Cat Island following a hiatus, and so far business is said to be going very well. Ricardo Leibourne joins us live from Arthurstown, Cat Island with more. Good evening, Ricardo.
The Cat Island Regatta is celebrating some 70 years of fantastic sailing, and I'll tell you what, it is up to be a pretty good one. It's only about days away from starting. We're here at the venue for the new airport that's being constructed here in New Bight, but we went in today into Arthurstown. That new airport is completed. Let me tell you, here's what folks are saying about that airport, and when you come here on Bahamas Air, what a way to get here.
The response to this airport being open here in Arthurstown, Cat Island, has been phenomenal. We appreciate the support that Bahamas Air has been getting, and we're only looking for the future where we're anticipating the numbers to grow at a higher level. What we did for this weekend, like we did for all of the major family islands when they're having their regattas or homecomings, we put on extra sections to accommodate the influx of passengers coming to this beautiful island.
This facility was really badly needed by residents in the north, and it took away them driving all the way from Arthurstown to New Bight, which is about 30 miles from the northern part of the island. Look at it, the movement of people is the movement of money, and we need money to operate, and more people that passes through Arthurstown, I'm sure they would boost, I guess, the economic value of all of the stores that we have here in the north.
The people of Cat Island love the new facility, and I feel as though they are more excited that Bahamas is coming here because, you know, everyone loves to fly on the national flag area. This is the 70th annual regatta in honor of Samuel Smith, and it starts tonight with the gospel night. That's a normal routine. And then we have gaming artists over the weekend, the Shialash, Johnny Cake. It's going to be a real good time.
Now, just for the record, let me let you know that the Class B defending champion is Barbarian. In the Class E, it's Blue Marlin. And in Class C, the favorite here in Cat Island, that's right, Catch the Cat. And by next year, this baby's going to be completed, and it's going to be a madhouse here in Cat Island. Sailing is underway in a couple days. Back to you guys in the studio.
Oh, thanks, Ricardo. Certainly a good time in Cat Island this weekend. And I'm sure there's going to be a good time over in Access now. And for a sneak peek, we're going to toss it over to Swanson and Marlena.
Good evening,
over where?
What's going on?
It's so hard to follow up a regatta story. I mean, like, nothing beats a regatta. I'm so jealous right now, but we do have a lot of fun coming up in tonight's show, and of course, that lighter side of news. We're going to be hearing all about the job training workshop for people with disabilities that happen, and the upcoming job fair. So learning all about those opportunities that'll be coming up and making sure if you or a loved one is interested that you don't miss out.
Yes, and we have big news in sports. Devin Charlton claims gold at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland, defeating Megan Simmons and Toby Osman in the 100-meter hurdle finals. So monumental stuff there. The past 7 weeks has been amazing for women's sports. Got Jonquil doing her thing in Chicago, and now Devin Charlton, so a major congrats to her getting gold for the Bahamas.
There you go. And then speaking of women in the Bahamas, we're going to meet the Miss Universe Bahamas for this year. So yeah, it's all about the ladies tonight.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. The Bahamas Tonight. The National Report continues after this.